Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. So I went to Dollar Tree to try and get another pumpkin. I eat everything and I drink everything in my freezer. And I wanted to get another pumpkin and they didn't have any. So now, let's see, it's good to go. Making these rice bowls is really saving money because I make a big bowl of food and then the next day I pop this in the microwave for about 2.5, 3 minutes. And what I do with my little bowl of cake? You cannot lose a bowl of cake, you guys. I prepared a nice little, did I put it back in the refrigerator? Wow, I can't find my cake, but you're just gonna have to trust me. I took out a little bowl, here's my leftover cake from last night, and I took out a little bowl of cake. Okay, I posted that video for you guys on Twitter. And someone says, well, I'm sick of you selling your stuff on Twitter. Well, it's not really about that. Rotostone Twitter is I can post other people's videos and stuff on there. So you guys can see it. It's all in one place. I think you can drag it to your own YouTube channel, but I'm sure that wouldn't be appreciated by the person whose video it is. Oh, here's my cake. And it's really good too. You can put whipped cream or you can put ice cream on it. So now today, for meal number 1, because I usually eat 2 meals a day, this is my chili mac. I just made this last night with hot dogs, and of course, you know, I'm having peas. Yummy. On my Twitter, Mandy Fortune Simple Soda Bread. Oh, we're going to come back to that. Not Your Southern Dumplings, KY Rambling Granny. Budget Meatball Parmesan, super easy jam from New York City, saves money. So, okay, I was out trying to get a candle because I really liked it, and there's none left because all the other ladies really like them too. So, when I was out, I run into, in San Diego, so many homeless people in a day. There's just no helping them all. Long before it comes to the point of homelessness, things are looking bad, you want to start preparing. So why don't people do that? Well, the reason is because I don't have any money as it is. What am I going to do? That causes anxiety. If I don't do something, I'm going to end up on the streets with no food. That causes anxiety. The person does nothing. If you don't lose weight, you're going to have a heart attack and die. That causes anxiety. You're going to look terrible and your husband's going to leave you. That causes anxiety. So, you know, anything like that, what the person will generally do, if you don't get your act together and stop drinking and stop doing drugs, you're going to end up on the street and you're going to die. That causes anxiety. So they do nothing. Usually they have an anxiety disorder. Okay, now. So I don't want my followers ending up that way. Not even. 5 cheap meats. Chicken, turkey burger, hot dogs, and chorizo and pork sausage. And I'm going to be making rice bowls out of those. Why rice bowls? It's cheap. Okay, now, you don't stockpile food and this solar minimum comes in, you are going to freeze and die. I don't have enough money as it is. Anxiety, you do nothing. So what you have to do is you have to start adjusting. That means go to the food banks, go to the pantries, go to the churches. If you're living in a place you can't afford to live in, like San Diego, you got to relocate somehow. So today I wanted to go to Dollar Tree and I thought, well, I'll get myself some bags of hash browns and those like country fry things. Nope, all they had was French fries. So I thought that's fine. These will do. And these are good for the stockpile. I'm going to be making potato bowls, just like my rice bowls. My rice bowls are good, you guys. For hot dogs, I try to find the good hot dogs marked down. Okay. One of the things you're apt to run out of is fruit. No more buying little cans. Go, well, I don't need big cans. Well, you're going to get used to buying the big cans. Dollar Tree, $1. Now, these are going to help you out if you have to eat beans and rice, but they're also going to help you out for beans and chips and cheese and for steak with jalapenos and red onions fried. Okay, let's see. Popcorn is good because you can make popcorn balls or you can have popcorn for snacks. Somebody told me this stuff is really good. This is a lot of tea. I'll put it in the refrigerator and I'll drink it. Somebody told me this was good for weaning yourself off Diet Coke. However, I have to be careful because I have strong sneaking hunches that the caffeine is contributing to my insomnia. Everything contributes to my insomnia. Everything makes me not sleep. I bought, these will come in handy for the holidays. You know, I have a few walnuts in my fruit salad that I'll make. And then for my freezer, these are $1 at Dollar Tree. So you're getting for $2 5.3 ounces of cheese. And then, you know, you've seen me. I've been using these. So 4 of these. So that is what I bought. Somebody asked me, how much do you spend on food? I have a lot of food, and so what I do mostly is I just shop around for markdowns, big packages, big cans for the stockpile. You can do that after you start getting a food storage. But you've got to get one. Well, I don't have enough money. That's okay. You're going to go to the food banks and you're going to go to the food pantries. But I'm embarrassed to do that. Well, how would you like to walk up to some lady and say, my kids and I don't have any food. Can you give us some money? Now, okay. I want to revisit 2 stories that I know everyone's sick of hearing. I used to drive my son nuts with my stories. This is good, you guys. All right. I did this thing, 3 days food for $5. It has evolved. 50 cents. Grocery outlet. Walmart marked down, dented can, 54 cents. And I think it was 99-cent only dented cans, so $1.50. Rice, $2.50. Dollar Tree, 2 pounds for $1. I might have paid more than $1 for these. I'm not sure. I think I bought those today. $1, so you're at $2.50, $3.50. And now you need vegetables. So you're going to find your peas in your disaster zone of a refrigerator. I was working all year, you guys, and it's no excuse, but it can happen. You have your choice. Do you want to work so you can earn money, or do you want to be neat and orderly and waste your energy? Now, okay, because these have jalapenos in them, but you could also get these, which is really good with Mexican food. So you're going to make rice, beans, and vegetables. Okay, now back to the story everyone's sick of. A lady went to Mexico to live in a polygamy compound. When she got down there, there was no work, and her husband came up to America to try and get some work. I want to mention something very important. Make sure your driver's license is current and you don't have any warrants out for your arrest, because if things get really, really bad, then you can't go to the welfare department and get help. So guard your driver's license or your ID with your life, because it very well could cost you your life if things get very, very crappy. And with this mounting numbers of homeless people here, and they seem to be coming from out of the area, which is a smart strategy if they live in a super cold area. She was down in Mexico and her husband is up here trying to get work in the U.S. I'm still very upset about those Mormons that were murdered. The children and the 3 women. He ran up here to get work and left his wife down in the polygamy place. And one day an old man came up to her and she said, you know what was a crazy thing about the odd thing about the old man is I'd never seen him before. So you're living in like a communal area, and obviously someone came from outside and said, ma'am, your daughter is starving. And I have seen enough starvation that it's the eyes. You look into their eyes and they look very, very sick. Your daughter is starving. He gave her a bag of beans, a bag of rice, and told her, and vegetables, and he told her to plant a garden, and she did what he said, and she survived. So don't ever forget that story. Start getting cost-effective meals under your belt now. Don't make life miserable. Look at me. 1 minute you can be healthy as a horse. The next minute, my tongue bled the other night for 30 solid minutes. Finally, I swallowed a blood clot, and I go, this is, okay, that is it. And I'm going to the emergency room. I went to go to the emergency room, and I left my you-know-whats, and I said, no, and I came back. Then I go out there. I have no flicking gas. I go, oh, no. There's a lot of traffic. I pull into the gas station, and just suddenly it stopped. Okay, I know my followers were praying for me, and I want to thank you guys for praying for me. And that night, I posted the video to show you guys that my tongue had stopped bleeding. By the next day, I had a little pinpoint spot on my tongue. I still don't know what caused it, nor do I care. I survived once again. But things can go crappy in a minute. Just 1 minute. You can have a car accident. Here in San Diego, when I get in my car, I pray to God to get me where I'm going safely, and when I get in my car, to get me home safely. And you don't know how many times I've almost been killed. I mean, really. And at night, I prayed for God to keep me safe in the middle of the night, because I think the enemy can attack you in your sleep, which is terrible, but So you guys, if you want to see some stuff on my Twitter that I posted on there, and I posted, okay, so this Mrs. Cindy MP or something, she posted a video, and in it she said, what you'll find is you'll go to find items and there will be missing items on the shelves. Let's not have a heart attack, but let's take note of history. There was a potato famine, there was depression, there was the depression in America, and there was World War II. And people really and truly nearly, well, some of them probably did starve. And there was the Holocaust. Don't forget that was a biggie. And then various plagues. And we have had a couple outbreaks of plagues. I think they were viral, and they said, oh, it's probably the solar minimum. No. It's probably from being cold, dirty, and hungry. So, do everything you can. Keep your house as clean as you can. I mean, it's not the same thing as a cluttery mess as dirty. In the last apartment I lived in, and I won't name the people, their clothes were so filthy, supposedly these geniuses. I've never owned any clothes that filthy, but if my clothes were really, really filthy, I would pre-wash them in the bathtub first, soak them in there in detergent, and if you have powder bleach, and then wash them, so that it's possible, like in apartments, you never know how clean this stuff is getting. It's possible that the things were never getting entirely clean. It's possible they wore them until they were just so filthy that, So remember that. And like when you're working around real filth, use rubber gloves. You guys, it may not look good, but it's actually tasty. I'll be back later, and when I come back, I'm going to be making a potato bowl, and I'm going to be using my potatoes that I bought at Dollar Tree today. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.